Hello, my name is Reverend Nancy Wilson, and I'm proud to be the moderator of Metropolitan Community Churches and to come to you, MCC Omaha, on your 40th anniversary. Congratulations. You are part of a number of MCCs this year who are celebrating 40 years, 4 decades of amazing ministry in your community. But I think the real power of MCC is our power, with God's help, to reinvent ourselves. I think that your pastor, Pastor Tom Emmett, is particularly a wonderful leader in this regard. I know that Tom is an imaginative, open-hearted person who really seeks God's help and guidance, looking forward to the ways in which God is moving in new ways in your community. The only way MCC can continue to be relevant is to understand that these are not the days, in the United States at least, of being the gay church or the only game in town. Our churches have to be on the cutting edge of inclusion in so many ways in our community. To transgender people, to people who don't fit neatly into any category, to people whose families have been discriminated against or who need support, to people who are looking for a progressive vision of an open-hearted God, of a Jesus who continues to welcome the outcast and to challenge those of us who continue to need to grow in our spirituality, in our living out of the gospel. I know that you are a church that is constantly renewing and reinventing itself. I know that you are seeking ways to serve your wider community, to serve your state, to serve the people who may not have ever known they needed God or needed a church, or people who felt like they weren't good enough to be part of community or church, people who felt like there was no place for them among the people of God. These are the very people that God has called us to touch and empower and inspire. I'm inspired by your ministry, by your witness, by your outreach, by the excellence of all that you do to reach adults and children, to be a force in your community for social justice. I look forward to the many ways in which you will tell us, MCC, the wider MCC, of what it means to be a 21st century Christian church that's open to all people. I know that you are going to continue to be that faithfully right where you are, and to inspire even new communities in your state to become MCC in this amazing time we live in. You know, God is moving in places like Seoul, Korea, where we have a brand new church. Pastor Daniel is their pastor. And places like Santiago, Chile. And of course, this month we saw the games in Sochi in Russia. And we know that there's so much work to do among our congregations, many of them underground in Eastern Europe. God is moving in Africa, in places like Nigeria and Uganda, where there is a lot of oppression. And we know that there are people there looking for the kind of community that is Metropolitan Community Churches. I thank you for being open, for being a church in the middle of the United States, in the heartland of the United States, in the breadbasket, but that you are a community that is also open to what God is doing all around the world. I want you to know that MCC is only as strong as our local embodiments of our values and vision. And I know that you, MCC Omaha, really embody that vision of God's unconditional love. God bless you, and happy anniversary.